Have y'all ever heard the term? I know you have, especially if you play sports at any level. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. I used to tell my players that when I coach, practice makes perfect. Get in the gym, get in the gym. And for a long time, I actually believed that practice makes perfect. What I have found is that practice does not, in fact, make perfect. When you think about LeBron James, he is the all-time leading scorer for the NBA. Over his career, he's taken over, 20, 30,000 shots. His average is a little bit above 50%. Now, when you think about taking 30,000 shots over a 20-year career and having made half of them, that's great. 50% from the field in basketball, like that, if that's what you're shooting, field goal percentage, that's great, right? Like that's great, but it's still not 100%. As great as he is, and as many shots as he's taken, and as much practice as he's put in, he's still not 100% from the field. He has not had a perfect, I'm sure he's had some games where he was super hot, but he has not been perfect. No matter how much practice you put in, no matter how much time you put in the gym, no matter how much time you put into, practicing your craft or whatever, it's never going to be perfect. So practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes you prepared. Practice makes you prepared for making those big decisions in those crisis situations. Practice prepares you to be able to take those big shots in those win or lose moments, and you being okay with the outcome. You not internalizing, hey, you know what? I made this decision. It didn't get the result I wanted. I don't have to internalize that one thing as failure or that I am a failure. Because that's what we do. When we put in the work and we do stuff and we make decisions, we put in the time and things don't turn out the way that we want them to turn out, we internalize that failure as us, like we are failures. And that's not the case. It just wasn't your time. I mean, there have been times when I was coaching that our team, we put in a perfect game plan. And I say perfect because we knew what the other team was going to do. We knew who their star players were. We knew their tendencies. We had an offensive plan. We had a defensive plan. We knew the strategies. We studied them. We knew how other teams beat them. And our players got in the gym. They were working. They knew themselves. We knew where our strengths were. Game plan. And we went out there and we executed to a T and still lost. Does that make us a bad team? Did that make us a failure? No. It just wasn't our time. That wasn't, it was their night, right? So practice does not make perfect. Practice makes you prepared. And that preparation prevents panic. So when you put in the time to develop yourself, mentally and emotionally, physically, when you put in the time to be in your word, spend time with God, get the word of God in your heart. When you face challenges, when you face crisis, when you face those moments, you don't have to panic because you already know that, yes, this is going to be hard. What I'm facing is maybe really bad, but I know that I'm going to get on the other side of it. So you don't have to lose hope in those moments. You made a decision as a leader and you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. It doesn't make you a bad leader. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just prepares you for the next time that you're in that situation. You have a point of reference. You've seen this before, and now you can make an even better, more informed decision. So practice does not make perfect. Practice makes you prepared, and that preparation prevents panic. So in those high pressure situations, in those high pressure moments, you can trust your preparation.